Hello friends, welcome back for another video. Today I'm talking about trying to conceive for baby number 3, what worked for us, and honestly I did the same thing that I did with my second baby, and on cycle 2 for both my second and third pregnancies I was able to get pregnant. So that was such a blessing. Took 10 months with Trenner, and so I've just learned some things that have seemed to make it go faster, but of course you're going to want to check with your doctor, make sure they're comfortable with any tips that I'm sharing today. I also want to be very sensitive that even if you're doing all of the right things, it can take a while, and that can be so hard. Honestly, the trying to conceive journey can be a dreaded time. There can be joy at first, and then when it takes a while, it can feel quite painful and hard each month. So praying for you mamas trying to conceive and hoping that you will be holding your baby soon. If you're new around here, my name is Sandy-Kaye, and let's dive right in. My tip number 1 is to know your cycle, and that can be whether you're using any app. There's a lot of period tracking apps. I know I use Pre-Mom and Ovia, and mostly Pre-Mom because I like that you can input LH strips, which I'll get into later. So learning how long your cycle is helps you kind of predict when your ovulation is going to be, as it is about halfway through your cycle. So for example, I have a 28-day cycle when I'm not breastfeeding and before all my kids basically, and so I ovulate around day 14. It is important to note that ovulation can also vary depending on if you're traveling, if you're sick, or breastfeeding. So for me, I have like a 30+ day cycle when I'm breastfeeding and postpartum. Knowing your cycle can also help you know the luteal phase, which is after ovulation up until your period starts again, and you want that to be about 10 days to be able to support pregnancy. And for me, it's only about 4 days until I get my period at 4 DPO, and so that means I end up usually taking supplements that will help my cycle be longer. 3 supplements that have worked both with my second baby and third baby as I was nursing at that time, postpartum, and not getting my cycle back and having a shorter luteal phase. These supplements helped. So a fertility aid that I'll put up on the screen, I gave it to a friend as I didn't need it anymore once I felt pregnant, but it's like a prenatal vitamin, and I recommend just taking one every other day. When I took it more, it made my cycle really wacky, and I just found they're pretty potent. So one every other day saves you money and worked for me. Again, that first one has Vitex in it, and then the second thing that I do, second supplement, is 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. I use this one. And the third supplement that I take is vitamin B6, 100 milligrams. And I'm telling you ladies, that has done the trick for me. So I hope that's helpful if you're having that same problem of having a short luteal phase, which cannot support pregnancy. Second tip is to use LH strips, and I didn't use them till about 4 or 5 months 4 or 5 months into my trying to conceive journey with Trenner, and they do make a huge difference pinpointing when you can fall pregnant, because it is only 6 days out of the month. So it's kind of hard if you're just randomly, sporadically baby dancing and not knowing. What I recommend is using the cheapies for as long as you can until the line starts getting darker. This is, I've used the Easy at Home, but this is what it's going to look like. So there's always going to be 2 lines. And then this is the control line. Okay, 1 second, Turner. This is the control line, and then you'll see this second line slowly get darker until you find about a peak, like about right there, which I said was cycle day 14. And then it would start to get lighter again. So you can kind of pinpoint those 2 days. But I loved using clear blue along with the cheapies because they can be hard to read. Even if you do get the app Pre-Mom and you're plugging them in there, they give you like a number and can help you find your peak day, which is helpful. But buying the clear blue, which are a lot more expensive, so I only recommend getting a couple of them and then using them when it starts getting really dark. And then the clear blue is nice because it will just give you a blinking smiley face on your very highest fertility day, and then it will give you a solid smiley face when it is a high fertility day. And depending on what packet you buy, they can give you like your 1 or 2 most highest fertility days, which if you baby dance on one of those days, you're very likely to get pregnant, even if it's just one of those peak days. LH strips can be kind of confusing in the beginning, so if you do have any other questions, please do not hesitate to leave comments down below, or any of your tips that you ladies have for trying to conceive, please share them. This will be a good community for other moms just to learn from each other. Third tip, just quick and simple, is to try to have fun and not stress. This is so much easier said than done, but if you can, you're like finding that you're stressing, try and do something you love that's relaxing, whether it's sitting out in the sun, taking a walk, listening to happy music, hanging out with friends or your girls and just talking, whatever you need to do to kind of get things off your mind. And if you need to stop tracking and peeing on sticks for a while, LH strips or pregnancy sticks or whatever it is, then do what you need to do for yourself to stay sane and happy in this time. My fourth and final tip is to clean up your diet and exercise. I am not talking about a perfect diet. I don't think there is such a thing, but I believe in kind of an 80 clean, 20 fun foods. So 80% of the time you're eating unprocessed foods, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, trying to drink more water. And then the other 20% of the time you're eating fun desserts and fun drinks and whatever else you enjoy. I would, you know, be careful with alcohol and things that you're not going to be consuming or eating during pregnancy. It's just easier, I feel like, to not be doing in the trying to conceive time as well. And then also finding yourself a high quality prenatal vitamin during this time so you can start building your body up with those nutrients for the baby that could be in your belly soon. And that's important months before you're even trying to conceive. So it's important as soon as you want to start trying to get on a high quality prenatal. That is all my tips for today. I hope you lovely ladies have a wonderful day. He's excited to go to his Papa and Nana's house. We're going tomorrow. So wearing his sister's shirt because he doesn't have clothes upstairs, and after bath time, it's just what we found. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you in the next video. Bye! Okay, can you say bye?
Bye! Bye! Bye too.